So welcome, good morning. So this is the part 2 of the video, the previous video, part 1, introduction on the topic of time domain alignment. And we talk about, I want to show you how to align a time domain, a sound system, with the REW Wizard, using, I'm sharing the screen, yes, I think so, using these two tools, simples. We are in real-time modality, okay, a generator and a scope. In the upper bar you find all the tools in REW Wizard. So this is the window of the scope on the right side of the screen. This is the generator on the left of the screen. I have a current setup for a dual channel analysis. In this case, REW use the second channel, the reference, as a time reference, and I'm using a loop back for this. Okay, so the usual setup that you use with all other software in real time, like Smart, OpenSound Meter, CrossLite, etc. So I set up the generator to play the signal in out 1 and out 2 of my sound card. Out 4. No, out 2, sorry. I have cable in the out 1 in the system and out 2 as a loop back for the reference time. And the scope with many parameters, many setups. I leave all these by default. I select channel 1 for the visualization, and I trigger, I armed the trigger to follow the channel 2, the reference. Okay. This run button play the scope. I learned this method from Pat Brown, but we can define it as a very ancient method used by old school professionals, and that I appreciate for many things, because essentially I align in time domain, and at the same time I listen. Okay, so it is a proper real-time method. Okay, I open the top of my system that I have described in the previous video. I have a top and a little subwoofer 8-inch on my table. The top, in the bottom the subwoofer, and I have inserted by default 10 milliseconds of delay in the top. Okay, just for visualization purposes. So I play in the signal generator the special signal test of a wavelet. Okay, I have described in the previous video what a wavelet is and the benefit of using wavelets at a frequency of 100, for example, well reproduced by the top and the subwoofer. I leave practically all by default these parameters and just play the scope. and I open the top. Okay, this is the top. So instead of looking at the peak of the wavelet, this is the right thing to do. I prefer, in this case, to look at the start point of the oscillation, okay, the rising point of the waveform, and put these cursors, these blue cursors, that I select by clicking on this button, show cursors, okay, and I put this, the first, I eliminate the second, okay. I put the first cursor on the start of the oscillation of the wavelet to have a good reference point, a graphical point. Okay, I think this is a good reference. This is a good reference to start. Okay. Now I mute the top and unmute the sub. You see, the start point of the waveform of the subwoofer is before, okay, before our reference point. So I need to align, introducing signal delay in the subwoofer. So I go in the DSP and I start to introduce delay, signal delay. Now you see all the waveform moving along time axis from left to right. 0 millisecond, little step. 9 millisecond, 10 millisecond, plus 1, and I think we are near the starting point of the subwoofer waveform, and this is the signal delay I need 11 millisecond circa to align these two systems, the top and the sub. Okay, 1 millisecond, the difference. Okay, 10 millisecond was by default in the top, I remember you. Okay, so 1.5, 1.2. I think that 1 millisecond is right. So we have now synced these two elements, these two parts of the system in time. I can now unmute also the top, so play both. And playing both, I now see if properly aligned a sum, okay, a summation. Verify. We don't have a summation. Why? Because this system, the subwoofer in particular, need the polarity inversion to be phase aligned with the top. I'm not looking at the phase trace, okay? But as an expert user of these things, I know that those two signals, the same signal, same frequency content, correlate in time each other, don't soon cancel because they're out of polarity. So I introduce polarity inversion in the subwoofer, and I have the expected sum, okay? Some clarification. As you have seen also, this method has the advantage of being combined with listening, okay? While you do something, you listen. I like this for this. It is a test signal that it is not annoying, honestly. Okay, you listen the wavelet and is comfortable. But it also has a strong disadvantage. It does not guarantee high signal to noise ratios. It is not immune to noise. As you see, every time I talk, I clip my hands, etc., I lose the waveform, okay? So it is very unstable with noise and impulsive sounds. It is therefore fine, I think, in the case of a fixed installation setup, for example, in a theater, in a cinema. But to be verified if it is useful during the setup of a concert, for example. It does not solve the cases of the la bastarda inversione di polarità. I read my articles and posts on the topics. And it is very sensitive to clock problems, okay, driver stability, and all these things. I hope it is clear. And we can stop the recording.